Hey guys, it's Terry Virts here. I'm a candidate for United States Senate in Texas. And I got into this race because there's so many things that keep me up at night. Just scroll on your phone for 2 seconds and you'll see them right in front of your face. The floods that just devastated our state, the biggest measles outbreak in 3 decades right here in Texas. Story after story about how our trips to the grocery store or the hardware store already cost too much and are soon going to be a lot more expensive because of these tariffs. So I felt sick to my stomach when I heard the president talking about Texas. But instead of talking about any of these real problems that we're facing, he was talking about this.
On Texas, how many more seats do you want the Republicans to draw?
Five.
And then what if California, New York, Illinois, and other blue states
Yeah, well,
decide
that's
to do
okay
this?
too, but five. I think we get five. And there could be some other states. We're going to get another 3 or 4 or 5 in addition. Texas would be the biggest one, and
So
that'll be five.
are you calling then for a complete redrawing of the congressional map ahead of
No,
next year?
just a very simple redrawing. We pick up 5 seats.
He's not thinking about you. It's that plain and simple. And the MAGA politicians who blindly support him here in Texas from the top on down aren't thinking about us either. They're focused on their own political power. So what will they do with these newfound congressional seats? Are they going to use this power to look out for you and your families? They sure aren't going to use it to keep our kids safe from measles. There have been hundreds of measles cases in Texas this year alone. When a child from Texas died from the measles in February, it was the first time that anybody in the US had died from the measles in 10 years. And we considered measles eradicated in the US 25 years ago. And here we are. Alarm bells should have been going off loud and clear. Instead, MAGA Health and Human Services Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. basically told us there's nothing to see here, folks.
There have been 4 measles outbreaks this year. In this country last year, there were 16. So it's not unusual. We have measles outbreaks every year.
That is a lie. Not long after that, reporters asked Donald Trump about the outbreak. And he said, we'll see what happens.
People have known about for many, many years. I mean, measles has been, this is not something new. And we'll see what happens.
And months later, as more and more cases have stacked up and put more and more families in jeopardy, RFK Jr. still has not declared this outbreak a national emergency. It's outrageous.
There's a international measles outbreak right now. We are doing probably better than certainly better than any of the other industrial countries in the world in controlling it.
So if we can't expect the president to call this a crisis, can we expect elected officials in Texas to stand up for us and treat it like it is one? I think you know the answer to that. Back in February, John Cornyn posted a piece with the headline, RFK Jr. says Texas measles outbreak is a call to action. And then crickets. Same thing goes for Ken Paxton. Same thing goes for Ted Cruz. Like so much in MAGA land, they are all hat and no cattle, as we say here in Texas. So just exactly what do these guys have the courage to do anyway? Donald Trump did bully Greg Abbott and Texas Republicans into adding this gerrymandering theft onto the agenda of a special session coming up starting next week. They want to flip half a dozen seats just by drawing new boundaries, not because people want to vote differently. They just want to steal them, and they'll do everything they can to get them. Texans are still reeling from the floods. There is a ton of serious work to do. This is going to take years to recover. Well, Greg Abbott released his agenda for this session last week, and it did include some things responding to the flood, sure. But while we're still recovering the bodies of our children, he's focused on everything from restricting women's rights and hemp products and a bathroom bill. MAGA leaders care more about scoring wins for Donald Trump than they do about helping Texans when we really need it. And I am tired of them tiptoeing around things like the measles because they're afraid to make Donald Trump mad. If we're going to win back power, it's going to take some backbone. And that's why I'm running, because real power comes from we the people and not from a handful of politicians in DC.